Hi guys, this is Vineet and I welcome you to this video. Today's video topic is file streams in SQL Server and this is part 1 of this video series. Before we proceed further, I would request you guys to please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And there is a subscribe button below this video. Please click on that subscribe button. It will give you a bell icon. Click on that bell icon, select all notifications to get notifications regarding all my future videos. Let me give you 5 seconds to do so. Please go ahead and subscribe. So guys, I hope you have subscribed by now. So let me move ahead. There are some points to remember while watching this video. Please watch this video till the end to gain better clarity of the concept, and if it's possible for you, please watch this video twice or as many times as you like until the concept gets clear to you. Perform any exercises in your test and lab environments, only do not touch any production environment or production databases. We would like to know your thoughts regarding our video, so please do share in your comments, suggestions, reviews, feedbacks, requirements, any questions, any day-to-day experiences with SQL Server. You may also let us know about the situation where my content has helped you somewhere in some way. You may share your stories regarding that. We eagerly wait for your comments and stories and would love to read the same. So do post in your comment, guys. So let's move ahead. We have created some playlists for you to watch. Some of the playlists related to SQL Server are database design, tables, business continuity, indexing, performance tuning, integration services, transact SQL. And if we talk about this video pertains to the database design category, which has more than 75 videos at present. If you talk about total videos on my channel, we have posted more than 226 videos so far. So you can check out my channel page link, which is given at the bottom of this page. Apart from that, we have a playlist created for the Python section, and this is a newly created playlist, and for now it has very few videos. But yeah, soon we will start adding more videos to this playlist. The link for all these playlists and the link for my channel page as well are given in the video description area. So check out the video description area for this video to find out the links, and you can go to all the individual playlists and my channel page using those links. And the reason why we create playlists for you guys is because I think playlists are the best way to learn about any particular area. For example, if you want to learn about database design area, what we would recommend is go to the SQL Server database design playlist and watch out all the videos from started till the end to gain better grasp on the SQL Server database design area. So same rule follows for other playlists as well. If you want to gain expertise in other areas as well, so I would recommend going to each and individual playlists for the specific area. Now let's come back to today's topic, which is file streams in SQL Server, and this is part 1 of this video series. So let me take you to the notes quickly. Okay, let's talk about FileStream. And basically, if we talk about file streams, FileStream enables SQL Server based applications to store unstructured data like images and documents, so such as documents and images on the file system. Applications can use the rich streaming APIs and performance of the file system, and at the same time maintain transactional consistency between unstructured data and corresponding structured data. Now let me talk something additional about it. Now if we talk about FileStream uses the anti-system cache, which is the operating system cache, for caching the file data. And caching files in the system cache, if we talk about, helps in reducing the impact that FileStream data might have on database engine performance. So basically, caching the files in the system cache helps reduce any impact that FileStream data might have on the database engine performance. So caches are basically the faster memories in which the data is stored, so that it should not hamper the performance of the database engine. And before we discuss this point further, let me introduce some more point in between. So if we talk about FileStream integrates the SQL Server database engine with an NTFS or NT-file system or REFS file systems. So FileStream basically helps us in integrating the SQL Server database engine with the NTFS or REFS file systems by storing var binary, max, binary large objects or blob data as files on the file system. And basically if we talk about transact SQL statements here, they can insert, update, query and search and even backup file stream data. And basically Win32 file system interfaces provides streaming access to the data or blob data if we talk about. Next we were talking about the file stream using the NT system cache or operating system cache for caching the file data and basically caching this files in the file system cache. So basically caching the files in the system cache help reduce any impact that FileStream data might have on the database engine performance. The SQL Server buffer pool is not used as the files are being stored in the NT system cache. So SQL Server buffer pool is not used. Therefore, this memory is available for query processing. Let's go ahead and discuss something more about the file streams. So file stream isn't automatically enabled. So by default, file streaming is not enabled when you install or upgrade the SQL Server. You must enable file stream by using SQL Server Configuration Manager. So SQL Server Configuration Manager can be used to enable the file streams, and SQL Server Management Studio must be used as well to enable the file streams. And to use file stream, you must create or modify a database to contain special type of file group. So we were talking about the file stream file groups while we were discussing the database properties. If you haven't watched my videos on the database properties, please go ahead and do so. So here we are discussing the same thing. To use file streams, you must create or modify the database to contain special type of file groups called the file stream file groups. So first we create a special type of file groups called file stream file groups. Then we create and modify a table so that it contains var binary max column with the file stream attribute. Next thing we need to do is create a table with var binary max column, and that column must have a file stream attribute. And after we complete these tasks, we can use transact SQL and Win32, which is basically an API to manage the file stream data. So let's discuss about the situation which calls for using the file stream data or file stream file groups. So when to use file streams? In SQL Server, if we talk, blobs can be standard wide binary max data that stores the data in tables. So if we talk in terms of SQL Server, blobs can be defined as a standard wide binary max data that stores the data in tables basically, or file stream var binary max, we can say, objects that store the data in the file system. So in SQL Server, what can be considered as blobs? Blobs can be a standard var binary max data that gets stored inside the tables, or maybe file stream var binary max object that are stored as data in the file system. The size and use of data determines whether you should use database storage or file system storage. If the following conditions are true, you should consider using the file streams. So I'm mentioning few of the conditions which allow you to use the file stream. So under these conditions, you should use file stream. So if we have objects that are being stored are on average larger than 1 MB. So if we are storing the kind of objects that are larger than 1 MB size, then yeah, we should consider using the file streams. And we can consider using file stream when the fast read access is important. In those cases, we should use file stream. We can use file stream if you are developing the applications that use a middle tier for application logic. In those cases as well, you can use the file stream. If we talk about the smaller objects, so for any smaller objects, storing var binary max blobs in the database. So if the objects are small, storing those objects within the database often provides better streaming performance. So if the objects are smaller than 1 MB, then yeah, we should use tables. Otherwise, we should do, if they are greater than 1 MB, we should use file system. Now let's talk about the file stream storage. So if we talk about file stream storage is implemented as a var binary max column in which the data is stored as binary large object or blobs in the file system. So file stream storage is implemented as var binary max column in a table in which the data is stored as blob in the file system. The sizes of the blobs are limited only by the volume size of the file system. The standard var binary max limitation of 2 GB file sizes doesn't apply to the blobs that are stored in the file system. So they can be greater than 2 GB file size limitation. And to specify that a column store or should store data on the file system, specify the file stream attribute on a var binary max column. Alright, we'll show you shortly how to do that. And basically this file stream attribute, if we talk about, causes the database engine to store all data for that column on the file system. So if a particular column, which is a var binary max column, if we enable the file stream attribute on that particular column, the SQL Server database engine store all the data in that column on the file system itself, but not in the database file. And if we talk about the file stream data must be stored in file stream file groups. So if we talk about file stream file groups, a file stream file group is a special file group that contains file system directories. So file system file group is a special kind of file group that contains file system directories instead of the files themselves. And these file system directories are called data containers. So if we talk about these file system directories, these are called data containers, and data containers are the interface between database engine storage and file system storage. So let me take you through this paragraph again. File stream data must be stored in the file stream file groups, and if we talk about file stream file group, these are special kind of file groups that contain file system directories instead of the file themselves. And the file system directories are basically called data containers, and these containers are the interface between the database engine storage and the file system storage. And whenever you use the file stream storage, please consider the following. So I'm mentioning some items here which you need to consider while using the file stream storage. So when a table contains a file stream column, each row must have a non-null unique row ID. So that's the requirement. If a table contains a file stream column, each row must have a non-null unique row ID. And multiple data containers or multiple file stream file groups can be added to a file stream file group. So multiple containers can be added to a file stream file group, and file stream data containers cannot be nested. So that is one more important point. The containers cannot be nested inside one another. And whenever you are using failover clustering, the file stream file groups must be on shared disk resources. So whenever we are using clustering with SQL Server, you need to make sure that your file stream file groups must be on a shared disk resources instead of a local disk. And if we talk about file stream file groups, they can be stored on compressed volumes as well. So guys, we are done with the part 1 of this video. In next video, I will start with the integrated management of file stream file groups. So we will talk more on that. And I'm ending this part here. In the next video, we will cover the integrated management in while using the file stream file groups.